What's up, sports fans? It's your man D back. Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. Check it out. NFL Code of Conduct. Tyreek Hill. For the love of sports. Let's talk about it.
He had a busy year. Shit happens. Niggas want me to talk about it. They love gossip. Want me to talk about it. It's all over the gram, so I'ma talk about it. You heard what happened? Niggas want me to talk about it. Shit crazy. Niggas want me to talk about it. You heard what happened? Niggas want me to talk about it. Shit happens. Niggas want me to talk about it. They love gossip. Want me to talk about it. It's all over the gram, so I'ma talk about it. You heard what happened? Niggas want me to talk about it. Shit crazy. Niggas want me to talk about it. You heard what happened? Niggas want me to talk about it. Shit happens. Niggas want me to talk about it. Fuck how niggas feel. I'ma talk about it.
Alright, so check it out. Just the issue that was talked about. I just wanted to see what you guys thought about it. But Tyreek Hill and the NFL, this case, if you guys don't know, he was involved with a case. His son's arm got broken, and and the interest wasn't as much as digging into the NFL's player's life. Of course, we had to deal with that because the case had to do with those things. But he had a domestic violence issue with the young lady that his child's mom that's involved with this case earlier in his college career. And he had to plead guilty because of it. Okay, so fast forward to now, evidence come out that he may have been innocent back then and he may not have caused the damage to his son's arm. But our thing is with the NFL and their consistency on this code of conduct, because you've had players that recently here too, in the past season or two, that have had issues with courts and domestic violence, and the NFL saw it fit to suspend these players. The issue is that these players had less evidence that had been brought forth against them at the point they were suspended. And Tyreek Hill has much more on the table, yet he's still being allowed to play football. And we don't have a problem with Tyreek Hill. We don't have a problem with him being allowed to play football. Actually, it would be cool if all of those guys actually got a chance to continue their job until they were found innocent in a court of law instead of being suspended, and such as the case of Zeke Elliott, where he was suspended, but then the case didn't turn out that justified the suspension. So if you're going to do this for one athlete, in this case Tyreek Hill, what was the justification for suspending those other athletes earlier on? And this is the issue that we have with the NFL. Consistency. There's no consistency in these rulings, and this is a serious issue, domestic violence, so it must be addressed and it must be handled. The problem is it has to be handled across the board evenly. This is guys' lives we're talking about, their livelihood. This is their jobs, and let's not get tied up as fans into all the money that they make. And it's okay, they should be okay. No, because when you make more money, it costs more to live. It may cost you and I anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000 a month to live, but it costs these guys $30,000 to $40,000 a month to live. They live in a higher tax bracket and they require certain things, and so their salaries justify their cost of living. And so if someone tells you to take off for work for 2 or 3 weeks, then how would that affect your living situation? So this is how we have to appreciate these athletes' living situation. And in that sense, the NFL has to be consistent with the way that they hand out these punishments. And so, without further ado, I Buy Houses. Shout out to I Buy Houses, because he is the mastermind for this week's topic. I should have actually read his comment before I started my rant, which is why I'll usually do it. But I Buy Houses says, I think they need to hire an outside official to control and monitor these situations. not hired by the owners or the players union. Okay, every year that official needs to be evaluated so he does not get complacent and build relationships to taint their judgment. That is an excellent idea. An outside organization, these officials in the NBA, these are outside organizations so that they're not swayed like certain doping agencies, VADA and USADA. They need maybe an outside organization to handle this because clearly the NFL is not equipped. And I agree with you, Al By Houses. Great comment. Shout out to Al By Houses. He is our mastermind for the NFL topic this week. Kate Harvey didn't chime in, but you probably would have had competition had he done that. Al By Houses. But shout out to you, my brother. Oh, by the way, 4 points scored on that for Al By Houses. You can find that in the discussion tab. So, guys, that'll do it for the NFL topic. Mastermind, Al By Houses. If you don't agree with it, for the love of sports, let's talk about it. Hit that like, hit that bell icon beside that subscribe button when you subscribe. Come join the fun. Peace.
Shit happens, niggas want me to talk about it. They love gossip, want me to talk about it. It's all over the gram, so I'ma talk about it. You heard what happened? Niggas want me to talk about it. Shit crazy, niggas want me to talk about it. You heard what happened? Niggas want me to talk about it.